So recently, I asked this question to you guys, and I got some great answers from the 2 fans I have that commented. The more I thought about it, the more questions I asked myself, which eventually led me to a question which I thought would be fun to make a video for. Was Grisha Yaegar a good father? More specifically, was Grisha Yaegar a good parent towards Eren? Because not only did he make sure his son didn't live past the age of 30, but he managed to do it twice. So here's why I thought Grisha has somewhat failed being a parent. Sure, there are worse fathers out there in the Attack on Titan universe, Historia's parents, but Grisha himself was no saint either. To make it clear, these are my thoughts on the matter. I'm sure you guys might have different opinions, so let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'm always curious on reading other people's perspectives, and who knows, maybe you'll change my view on something. Before we get into the video, heads up, I am anime only, so no spoilers past season 4, episode 10. We don't know the entire story yet, so new information can emerge that might change my mind. But for now, these are thoughts on what I know currently. I also have weekly reactions for the new Attack on Titan episodes and discussions every week. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Other than that, let's just jump into the topic. So I want to split this video into 3 parts: what I consider to be a good parent, Grisha's history, and intent versus effect. So, what do I consider to be a good parent? Now, I'm no parent, I'm only 21, so take this with a grain of salt. But to sum it up, what I consider to be a good parent is that you always have your best intentions, the kid's best interests and well-being in mind, and having those effect of those intentions actually show. I know that there's categories that categorizes what type of parenting style is actually statistically the best. But most parents don't fall perfectly into a specific type. So to dumb it down and make it easy on myself, I'll stick to my definition: having the best intentions, kids' best interests, while having those intentions show with results. Now, it's not even a question that he was terrible to Zeke, but the more controversial topic is Eren Yeager. With him seemingly learning from his past, letting Eren find his own beliefs, and being more than a guide when needed rather than enforcing beliefs like what he did to Zeke. To start this off, I think it's important to see how Grisha himself was raised. This is a story of cycles after all, and in reality, bad parenting often leads down another path of bad parenting as well. I'm not here to argue if he had a choice or if he was pushed by his environment. I just want to simply ask whether he succeeded as a parent for Eren. So right away in season 3 part 2, we see him in a flashback and see the horrible treatment of Eldians. They even mention that they'll most likely never be rich. That combined with the treatment of Eldians is already a bad sign. We see that Grisha was indoctrinated by his father, but what sparked his extremist beliefs is when his sister died, and through the owl he finds out what truly happened to his sister. Filled with blind hate, he put himself on a path to restore the old Eldian Empire. Basically, he believed that Ymir was this great god who did nothing wrong. And when confronted by Grice about how he could read those scriptures based on some pictures, he pretty much said, "Well, I can't read them, but I believe." Basically, he was blinded by hate after his sister died and found any little evidence that disproved Marley's education and put it in his own agenda. I think it's safe to say that he was delusional. You can't blame him though, especially after learning out what happened to his sister. This led him down a path of having his first son Zeke and seeing Zeke as an extension of himself, and saw him as a key to Eldia's restoration. This then led to an arguably even worse parenting than Grisha's parents, with the indoctrination and forcing the heavy burden of living 13 years, and the weight of an entire race on a kid's shoulders. So you know what, I don't blame Zeke for selling out Grisha. Hell, if I was Grisha's son, I would do the same thing. Now with Eren, Grisha did try to better himself. Grisha shows much regret to the owl, him acknowledging that he was a horrible father to Zeke, and he even admits that he didn't see Zeke as a son. So now, learning from his mistakes, Grisha sets up a new life, and lets Eren explore himself and form his own opinions. If Grisha had still seen Eren as a tool, like Zeke, the same result would have happened. Eren would have been indoctrinated and taught the truth, but learning from his mistakes. He tells Eren he'll show him what's in the basement only after he realized Eren's beliefs somewhat lined up with his. And I believe he mostly did redeem himself, except during the end of his life. I'd like to take a look into Season 3 Episode 11, Bystander. With this episode, we will talk about Grisha's intention and the effect. To make this clear, this is how I viewed the actions of Grisha. We've never really had much internal dialogue from him, so much of this is subjective. So if you guys didn't remember Season 3 Episode 11 Bystander, it's mainly a flashback through Keith Shadis' eyes on Grisha. Amazing side character, by the way. I might do a video looking to Keith Shadis, as I think he's one of the most relatable characters in Attack on Titan. But moving on, this is purely speculation from me, but I think up until the end of his life, he truly tried his best this time for Eren. During the last bit of his life though, it somewhat seemed like he reverted back to his former self and his beliefs. While time was against Grisha's side, he was pressed into taking the Founding Titan, and after finding out that Carla was gone, I think he fully reverted back to his old motives, telling Eren to avenge his mother, and Keith asking Grisha if he was going to curse someone else now, which is a reference to himself and possibly Zeke as well. Lines like "the child is not like you, he's my son," during the end of the episode just seems so much similar to how he viewed Zeke, which personally for me seems like he viewed Eren as the chosen one during this point of his life, the one meant to avenge Carla and save the Eldian race. I think what it comes down to is whether Grisha viewed his family as a stepping stone to achieve his goal, and whether that belief stayed with him as Eren grew up. Basically, his intentions. In Season 3 Part 2, the owl tells Grisha to start a family, to love someone, and to protect Armin and Mikasa to achieve their goal of Eldia's restoration. We still don't know what that line means, protecting Mikasa and Armin, which could change my view if he did everything with the ultimate goal of saving Eldia and restoring it. But personally for me, I think he truly loved his family, but at the same time did it to pursue his own goals as well. Now, whether you think that makes him a bad parent is up to the viewer. I think he did somewhat fail as a parent, but he did his best with the situation he was given. We all know what effects inheriting the Titans did to Eren. Just small things such as permanent mental scarring, the weight of an entire population of parodies on his shoulders, small stuff like that. And the fact that Grisha forced Eren to take the Titan without him giving any consent. Again, the main thing for me is whether Grisha knew for a fact that this path was the best for Eren. It hasn't been confirmed and we don't know for sure, so I have to assume that he didn't know until we know more about these memories traveling from the future and from the past. So yeah, these are my thoughts on how I viewed Grisha as a parent. Let me know what you guys think. What are your opinions? Let me know down in the comment section below. The video itself is really messy and got more messy as I created it due to me just being lazy. Wish I put more structure, but I just wanted to create this video before the final episode came out, and I am horrible at procrastination. If you enjoyed the video and look forward to more polished videos, or if you enjoyed reactions, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.